If I Swagger Thunder Wave him, switch into the... I don't know what to switch... Oh my goodness, Swagger misses again. Dang it, Tyranitar, you really are cursed. Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and while I did close the book on a full Parafusion Flinch team, there was still one Pokemon that got held back. I mean, we saw the Fan Rotom do some work. We even saw Regigigas find moments of success, and unless it was like Substitute or whatever, we didn't have any control for that, but one Pokemon got crit in the beginning, and it was all downhill from there. That was Tyranitar. So my channel has a main philosophy: no Pokemon left behind except for Love-Disc. So Tyranitar's back, baby, and we're not going to be playing those crazy gimmicks. We're going to be trying to have a legitimate team. I'm going to lead Togekiss, however, because I see the Vivillon. Vivillon wants to put me to sleep, and that could be just terrible for us. So Togekiss does have a good chance of shutting that down, and a good amount of his team. We'll have Tyranitar in backup, and who else is left? Rotom does well. Audino could be a scary setup Pokemon. We might need to handle that with the Talonflame. Now, Talonflame, it's a support Talonflame, so it won't necessarily be absolutely stoppage against the Skarmory. What the hey? Let's go and throw out the Gyarados. We'll see if Gyarados can get some work in there. Either way, I can change the thumbnail to whoever succeeds more in this battle, and that's what it's all about, guys. So, we're going to see where this battle ends up going. Hoping for the best. I'm hoping for Vivillon. If he opens Vivillon, Scarf Kiss, gonna Air Slash him, gonna get him to flinch, and then he doesn't get to set up against me. If it's Skarmory, I at least have the Flamethrower. Oh, the Feraligatr. I would have been okay with Feraligatr. Oh, nah, he could Dragon Dance. So I mean, against the against the Tyranitar, that would be interesting. But we're gonna Air Slash. Oh, I could have tricked him. Nah, not like. Oh, that's super unfortunate. My Air Slash misses out of nowhere, but at least Togekiss does have the bulk to survive, and at least I didn't trick right there. Alright, Air Slash, show me what you got. If I missed twice in a row, I'd just be done. Is that Citrus Berry? Oh man, he's got some bulk to him. Alright. Okay, so he doesn't flinch either. That's unfortunate. So now, we actually need Tyranitar more than ever to bring us back in this one. Man, that's like the first time Togekiss has let me down all year. I'm not even talking about like 2016. That's the biggest that's like the biggest disappointment Togekiss has been. Alright, Tyranitar. Let's do this. So, alright, you're in charge, Tyranitar. Yes, you are, sir. I'm trying to figure this one out because I can just throw out the Thunder Wave, and that's going to be pretty solid to start slowing him down. Mega Evolution to the Thunder Wave. We can start seeing the damage he's going to be doing. Remember, I'm super tanky. I'm not afraid of any, like, super effective waterfall hit he's got. He's not Dragon Dancing, then, yeah, not worried at all. So, he should have Dragon Dances. Oh, well, I don't know why he's trying to just Ice Punch the Togekiss, because Dragon Dance and Ice Punch would be a one-hit KO after all that. Could have gone better for him, but that's going to be a Thunder Wave, so at least I get to drop his speed down right there. This is where things get interesting, because I don't know how much he wants to set up, and the Sandstorm's actually doing a good amount of damage. If I Rock Slide, I think I can survive a +1. But if I go for the Swagger, he hits himself in confusion. He's knocking himself out for sure, but then I might have to deal with a very pumped up Feraligatr that I won't be able to deal with. This is all about Tyranitar going off on that Swagger, so we're going to see if we can get this one working out pretty well. And that's going to be the Swagger, so, you know, you can't handle this swag. Tyranitar, he's all grown up right now. I gave him a new item. He's got a nice little gift behind him. He's such a boss-looking Pokemon. Are we going to get it right there? Woo, at least he got paralyzed. That's what we call skin of our teeth moments. Takes a little bit of damage from that, so at least the paralysis comes through. You know, that's fine. It's 50% chance and 25% chance, as I keep saying. This is either a free Stealth Rocks or a moment where I have to Rock Slide him to survive. Let's not get greedy. Let's just Rock Slide him. I'm still at full health. There's always another opportunity for the Stealth Rocks. So Tyranitar is going to Rock Slide it up right there. That's going to be damage. Oh my goodness. Critical hit. I did not want that crit. Probably didn't matter. The odds were stacked against him. But yeah, this is an uninvested Tyranitar. It's just full hit points, some high amount of defense, and then a good amount of special defense on a special defensive nature. And he's going to respond with the Audino. Alright. Alright, pretty in purple. Do I set up the Stealth Rocks here? Is he going for Calm Mind? Let's go and check it. Now, I do have the Sandstorm up, so that's going to keep me tanky against him. I'm thinking, yeah, let's go Thunder Wave and just keep setting up that Thunder Wave against him, and that should work out for us pretty well. Ooh, Mega Audino. Nice. Represent, bro. I should do a gimmick quest for the Mega Audino at some point. Just really show off this Calm Mind power right here. And that's going to be me using Thunder Wave at least. Fortunately, he doesn't have an ability, like in singles at least. Like that works out. We're going to see what happens. So Dazzling Gleam. It could be hit point special attack invested, but yeah, I'm not worried at all. Look at that. That's why I'm not worried at all. Even super effective hit, I got that sassy nature, I got that Mega Evolution stats, and the sand is up for another turn. That's a Stealth Rocks in my book. If he starts going for the Calm Mind though, I'm really going to have to shut him down. So Stealth Rocks, kind of snowballing that late game right there, and Audino with the Dazzling Gleam. Let's go keep trying it. It's only a 50% boost to the special defense, so I've still got some turns behind me right now. And that's going to go for the Swagger Rock Slide. Going to just snowball it, and oh, Audino's, what's up with these Swagger avoidance all the time? All right, we need Swagger to land. We need him to hit himself in confusion, or else things are going to go pretty bad. Let's go. So Tyranitar's going to Swagger. All right, man. Come on, Tyranitar. I gave you that Mega Stone. You're not allowed to let me down. You're not allowed to fail right now. Come on. We got this one. Hit yourself in confusion. Ooh, darn. Well, we got to see some tankiness out of him. Audino, I wouldn't say shut down, but at least the gateway has been opened up right here. Okay, so I'm trying to like think about what the rest of this battle did. Tyranitar was able to take out a Pokemon pretty well, like that. Yeah, that Feraligatr went down because of Tyranitar. Audino's really set-upable right now. I'm just gonna keep going with this Gyarados. I'm not Mega. I've got Lumberry, I believe, so just in case he has status, gonna be able to make that work for myself. And let's see how many Dragon Dances we can get before I start getting worried. Dragon Dance. Also, again, bulky Dragon Dance Gyarados. Yeah, I can change the thumbnail around depending on who shines more. Going to withdraw the Audino. Who's your answer to this, buddy? Who's your answer? Flareon. Scarf? I'm confused, yet intrigued. Okay, buddy. He's got quick feet or guts, something like that. Anyway, I got a free Dragon Dance. I should Waterfall this mofo. +1, stab, super. Flareon shouldn't be able to do too much against that. So he's going to at least quick attack me for not a whole lot. I don't know what that was about, but that's going to be Flareon going down. And that's going to be pretty solid for me. Now, yeah, this is good. This is good. At least, like I said, you support the Parafusion Pokemon. You can have 1 or 2 on a team, especially in like a 6v6, but then it just goes downhill from there. So, don't want. I guess switching it out for the Paralysis, or for the Confusion, is pretty nice. I could throw out Ice Fangs for that like flinch chance, but oh wait, Waterfall is flinch. Never mind. What am I talking about? I'm gonna go for one more Dragon Dance because I'm expecting tankiness. And I should be able to survive what the Audino's up to. Unless it's... No, it's... Yeah, I don't know. Let's just go for the Dragon Dance. Then I should be able to get reliable 2-hit KO from there. I don't think it has a Thunderbolt. Like, I don't think it's going to do anything silly or Hidden Power Electric. Ooh. There's Dazzling Gleam damage right there. I do have that bulky invested on my Gyarados. Oh my goodness, it's tankier than I could have ever imagined. Yes! Alright. So this is why I like the bulk Dragon Dance on Gyarados as compared to a more offensive Gyarados Dragon Dance. I still get a lot of speed and damage. Alright, I think that's good. Two Waterfalls and that should be the game. I'm not expecting a one-hit KO from here. So like I said, hit point, defensive invested, not offensive. Can show me some respect, bro, and just... That'll be the game right there. Okay, so Tyranitar wasn't absolutely useless. Swagger might have cost us a little, but he still took out a Pokemon for his own, and he set up this wonderful victory. Audino with the Dazzling Gleam. I'm not even worried about a critical hit at this rate. Oh yeah. And then we get to go for one more beautiful Waterfall right here. I mean, the flinch and the paralysis chance is pretty nice for ourselves, and that will be at least a good game. So let's go into some more battle spot action. I don't even know what that was. I enunciated that one pretty weird. Let's just get on to the next. Tough to say what to lead with in this situation. Like, Togekiss is going to do good against a large chunk of his team. Almost all of it, actually. Tyranitar is going to be able to lead safely against everything but the Blaziken. People love to lead that Blaziken, though. And Rotom is actually a safe pick overall. Talonflame tears him apart, actually. That's actually something to consider. Man, everything's good, but like everything has better potential except for the Tyranitar. What do I do? I'm thinking we lead Tyranitar, have Talonflame in the back, and then we go for that Togekiss and hope for the best. So my plan here is that if he does lead Blaziken, then we just go into Talonflame and we scare him off with a Brave Bird, because his speed boosting on that first turn Protect doesn't matter. If he's going for that, he might actually fear me going for like Rock Slide or something as the Tyranitar, maybe an Earthquake, you know, something like that. But we do get the lead against Manectric, and we can understand that with our special attack, or not special attack, with our special defense getting boosted by the Sandstorm, he's not doing anything to us. Beautiful. So that's going to be Mega into Swagger, because I don't mind boosting his attack at all. He doesn't do anything to us, so that's going to work out pretty well. He could Volt Switch, so the Pokemon coming in will get a free Swagger to the face, and he just goes for the withdrawal. Alright, no Volt Switch, that Thunderbolt, Overheat, stuff, Swagger on the Scizor. Interesting. That means I'm going to Thunder Wave him. He still has that Bullet Punch priority, which is pretty ferocious. Do I Thunder Wave him? Because if I switch into Talonflame, Talonflame gets that sick resist on pretty much everything he does, and then I can burn him. So if he's going for those shenanigans, he could also hit himself in Confusion. This is why Talonflame could be the real deal on this team, and we already know his other Pokemon, so once we see that final Pokemon, as long as it's in Blaziken, Tyranitar could be a good backbone for the team as well, and maybe Scizor hits himself in Confusion. Other things that could happen is that burn on the Pokemon coming in, or just Scizor in general. So yeah, Scizor doesn't want to do anything about this, and he does hit himself in Confusion. The system works, guys! Yes! Alright, there we go. So Sandstorm, going to be the thing. See what happens when we land the Swagger. Fun stuff. And then we throw out the Will-O-Wisp. So probably wants to go into the Manectric. Then I just go into Tyranitar. And yeah. Or he's just going to bring out the Manectric. So like I said, free Will-O-Wisp. How's the Air Balloon? And then the Will-O-Wisp miss. I can't catch a break ever. Okay. Okay. Crap. What? That's not fair. That's not fun. This is Tank Talonflame. I still don't have options against him. Going Tyranitar, Togekiss isn't good. Man, I had it! Because at least if I burned the Manectric, then Tyranitar would be able to do damage and gain something on him. Is he anticipating me switching back into Tyranitar and goes for a switch of his own into something? I don't know what he wants. Wow, that's a lot of eggs hatched. What do I do? I have 30 seconds to decide after things happened. I guess Tyranitar. You know, at least I'm not going to take too much damage. I'll take like 2 solid hits, and then I get to throw out Swagger again. Hopefully he doesn't switch out his Pokemon, but I think we're in a good position right there. And that's going to be Tyranitar back on the field against Discharge. Yeah, I'm not worried about too much damage right here. Discharge. Interesting tech right there because he's going for that 30% chance to paralyze. I've seen Discharge gain momentum similar to the way of Scald, but it looks like we're still in a good situation, and now's probably the best time to Stealth Rocks, because if we were going to be playing this switching game all day, yeah, I could have done the thing with the thing and then thing it out, but he's going back into Scizor, and you know what? That's okay, because I'm going to be taking less damage from these switches, kind of. So yeah, I got the Stealth Rocks up, Sandstorm subsides, so Talonflame's safe coming in. If the Will-O-Wisp lands, then all of his switching means nothing, and then I go back into Talonflame, and things are good. Things should be pretty solid then. Yep, so that's going to be Tyranitar switching out. How's he going to read this onto the Scizor? Talonflame's going to come in. Yeah, so he's going to go for the knockoff. Sure. Ow, that actually chunked super ridiculous right there. I'm going to lose my Life Orb. I can Roost. I'm going to Roost, because if he's going for like Bullet Punch and stuff, then Gale Wings and... Oh, what? You're withdrawing? Well, then that means at least I have that health advantage. Knockoff isn't going to do as much damage. And back into the Manectric, but you're taking damage from the Stealth Rocks, and then I get to bring in Tyranitar, which isn't going to be as threatened. You know, Roost is the thing. Should I go for the double Roost? It doesn't really buy me any time, though. It doesn't really do much of anything for me. I get to see how much the Discharge does. He might just, like, mega into ridiculous amounts of damage with it, though. Is this my tank Talonflame? I think I might have just modified my regular Talonflame and put a tanky moveset on it, but not invest tankily into the Talonflame. We'll go back in Tyranitar, because we know that Discharge doesn't do much. Resetting the Sand could be bad for Talonflame, but, you know, that's going to just be damage over time stuff. And if he wants to keep switching around, I'm going to get the Swagger onto the Caesar. Caesar might have things happen, and then that's going to be alright. So, Discharge in Sandstorm does like 20 damage to me, and we're going for the long game. But if you keep switching, I can turn that into my favor. So that's a Swagger, and he's going to withdraw. This game is so silly sometimes. I have all the advantage right now. So, Swagger is taking a little bit of rocks damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't take the Sandstorm anyways. This is where I'm just going to throw out the Thunder Wave. I'm going to start shutting him down because I don't even know what he can do because my Talonflame's pretty healthy again. So that's going to be the Thunder Wave. He's got knockoff at least. So, I mean, might be the Roost knockoff shenanigans. I don't think he has Defog. Yeah, I don't think he has Defog, but then we'll be alright. So, gets paralyzed right there off of the stuff that happens, and let's go for the Rock Slide. Alright, Tyranitar, your time to start throwing in some decent neutral damage. We know that Caesar does have a bit of defense. Oh, wow, that's actually a lot more damage than I expected. Tyranitar is surprising me because I haven't used the +0 attack. Woohoo! Oh my goodness, we actually pulled through. Awesome! Tyranitar, you're the man! Amazing. Like, even if he didn't hit himself in confusion, what's the most damage he could do? Nothing. Oh, actually, the Bug Bite thing would have been big, but it wouldn't have been enough to knock me out. So, now we got the Gyarados on the field. We know Gyarados wants to be a meanie, but we get to Thunder Wave him, and then, ooh. What's better for shutting down the Gyarados? Thunder Wave into that Dragon Dance? Yeah, because I can just follow up with a Rock Slide and super duper hurt him. So that's going to be the way to go. And it looks like it's Mega on the Gyarados in this case. Did the opponent have a team of all Pokemon that could Mega? Is he playing that game? Is he recording for YouTube himself, or whatever the Japanese equivalent for like YouTube is to post Pokemon videos? I think they use YouTube pretty well, but you don't see too many Japanese Pokemon videos reaching the top of the charts. So yeah, he's going for that Dragon Dance. That's why I went for the Thunder Wave. Technically, could have switched out to Talonflame and gone for stuff, but it wouldn't have been as effective. So yeah, Sandstorm subsides. That's going to be just fine. And now, ooh. It's not going to be as susceptible on the Rock Slide, though. If I Swagger, I'm just going to power him up. Right now, the +1 isn't enough to knock me out. So, I mean, here's the catch. Does he want to throw damage on me? Because it's not going to knock me out if he goes for Waterfall right now. I think it's safe to Swagger him. It's probably safe to Swagger him. So, I'm going to use my Swagger. Goes for another Dragon Dance. Cute. If not, he might knock me out, and then I just bring in Talonflame. Talonflame's Brave Bird is going to be ferocious. And I should have an answer to him in pretty much all regards. Yay, hits himself in confusion. Massive amount of damage right there, +3 level. And then we go and throw out the Rock Slide. And I think we might have this one absolutely sealed up. There's the forfeit. I was feeling the forfeit. Woo! Alright. And let's do one more battle for you guys. I honestly don't know who to use in this situation. And the opponent has like an interesting team. Half of it's common, the other half isn't. Tyranitar does good against stuff, but I don't want that. I don't have much of a response to the Thundurus. I got like Swagger into the Rock Slide, I guess. The rest of his team is something. I'm starting to run out of time. Togekiss does okay. Rotom, I guess, and Talonflame, Snorlax, Gyarados. If I get into a setup war against the Gyarados, like Snorlax and Gyarados do not play nice, as in Gyarados beating me. Let's bring out my Gyarados. Maybe we'll get into a really funny situation with that one. Oh man, but yeah, how many Gyarados? I've seen so many Gyarados today. It's kind of ridiculous. I thought he was in the top 12 for the battle spot, but he actually isn't. I've seen him in the top 12 before. Just a really strong Dragon Dancer, mostly Mega. I'm running the Lumberry so I can get an extra Dragon Dance out of it. This Tyranitar though, like I love Tyranitar as a Pokemon to use in battle because it has a lot of strength, and the X-Cloud is absolutely going to get rocked by us. So he doesn't have the right damage, so I think I can actually make this work. Do I turn this into Mega Swagger because he's a special attacker? I think that works. Because he might try to switch into Landorus or something. Or not Landorus, I keep... Thundurus. If he calls it Thundurus, then I can Swagger as Thundurus, turn that into a Stealth Rocks later. I think that's going to be the way to go. Ooh, he's not. Alright. This is going to keep it interesting. See how we do. We're just gonna see it up. So that's going to be X-Ball with the Boom Burst. Still committing to that Boom Burst against my special defense. Yeah. I expected that too. Back-to-back Swagger. That's the thing. Like, at least I can stack the Swaggers. Confusion won't stack, but the damage he does to himself will. I think he has to realize that this is a lost cause and go into whatever Pokemon is next. Thunder Wave. Like, here's the thing. If he goes into the Thundurus, I'm going to have a very bad time. But he probably doesn't want to. He might expect some damage from the Rock Slide. If he goes into Gyarados, then if I Swagger his Gyarados, bad things could happen pretty quickly. Thunder Wave's a pretty safe bet in a lot of situations. And I want to get my Stealth Rocks going. But I need to make sure we get it into his... Oh, yeah, there's the Withdrawal. Please, anything but Thundurus, because I went for the... Woohoo! Alright, there we go. It's a Sylveon. I still got some Sandstorm turns up. So we're going to Thunder Wave him. We're gonna survive, because I'm awesome like that. Takes a little bit of damage. He could have done that earlier, but we're just gonna throw out the Swagger and see what happens. This is gonna be interesting. Hits himself in confusion for a good amount of damage. I can get the Rock Slide shut down, just kind of snowballing in my favor, and I know I'm going to at least survive one Hyper Voice because I have that much faith in my absolutely amazing Tyranitar. Alright, so we didn't get the confusion on this one, but Hyper Voice. Oh man, that's such a tank. I'm a tanky battler, and this just warms my heart. It warms the cockles of my heart. Options. I'm thinking Tyranitar could be going down at any given time, and the Stealth Rock is going to work, because if I use Rock Slide and Sylveon flinches, then it doesn't do damage to himself, which is kind of what we need. If he breaks through the status anyway, I think Stealth Rock is the best thing to throw out in this situation. It's going to do damage to potentially his Thundurus or his Gyarados, which is what I'm really worried about. And with Sylveon being shut down like this, well, not shut down. Woohoo, yeah! That's what I mean. So this is like the status snowball that we need right now. Sylveon's hurt, at least, like really getting weakened. I can buy myself some time. So now let's throw out the Rock Slide. Are we going to get a good amount of damage? Is this offensive Sylveon? What is this? Oh my goodness, that has to be an offensive Sylveon. I don't have any attack investment. Why are you doing so much damage, Tyranitar? I love you. So it looks like we win against the Sylveon. Neat. This is the best way of putting it. No! 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 Oh, why? Cruel fate. That was a 10% chance to miss. You are cursed. Let's get my fist in shot. Oh. Oh. I'm broken. I'm a hurt man. Gyarados. I guess we set up the Gyarados now. Like, this is still winnable, but it would have been so awesome to style with Tyranitar that hard. Yeah, that would have been great. Alright, Gyarados, your Intimidate means nothing right here. He could bring in his Gyarados to counter-intimidate me. I'm gonna set up Dragon Dance. Yeah. I'm just gonna let myself fade into the chair and into nothing. That hurts. I was about to do cool things, and I was about to say, I want to think he's timer stalling me because he's saltier than I am. In which case, if he's saltier than I am, then I think I'm pretty fine. Also, I might need to speak up because now I'm really far away from the mic. What was that? Was that a Draining Kiss? Was he expecting the Mega? You silly guy. Sylveon's posing a threat. I want to keep setting up Dragon Dances, though. Because, yeah, like, he's not going to heal up as much as I'm going to be able to get from a Dragon Dance. And after seeing the damage from that Draining Kiss, Hyper Voice does... Alright, I'm trying to get my numbers down. Draining Kiss, 50 base power. Stab is 75. I don't have enough time to do this math. So 90 from the Hyper Voice, getting the 30% boost into... See, I can math when I want to. 100 base power compared to the 75, or 180 compared to the 75. So yeah, it's not going to be too much more damage. That's a safe Dragon Dance, even on Hyper Voice. I'm smart. Ooh, Cofagrigus. Sick. The Mummy doesn't suck too much. The Dragon Dance is nice. If I could Mega it into that Crunch, that'd be enough for sure. Ooh, he might... Ooh, tough call on what to do. I think he wants to Will-O-Wisp me, so I think it's just safe to take this and run. Go for Crunches all the way, because I can two-shot him on a Crunch. I have to two-shot him on a Crunch. I hope I two-shot him on a Crunch, because I have one chance with this Lumberry. In any case, going back-to-back Crunch is going to be more damage than adding one more with that Dragon Dance. Crunch! Do it, buddy. You can do it. So, yeah, Cofagrigus. If he's full defensive, physical... Oh, wow. Good. Good. We're in a good situation right here. And we're about to show why I run the Lumberry. Lumberry, Or call me intimidated. Ooh, that doesn't matter. Yes! Haha! Get wrecked! Oh, what's that? You think I'm Mega or something? And there's the Lumberry! Yeah, that's my... I'm starting to bring it back on this one. So that's good. We know his entire team. He actually didn't bring the things that were scaring me the most. And that's gonna be Crunch. And Crunch can't miss. Unless he had Bright Powder. If he had Bright Powder and I got Will-O-Wisp again, I'd quit Pokemon. That's just one of those moments where it shouldn't have happened, but it does. And that's a shame. So we're good to go right now. Damn, his Will-O-Wisp will land. But that's gonna be Sylveon. We already know that the Waterfall onto Sylveon will definitely be enough damage. Stealth Rocks is just a bonus. He doesn't have any Focus Sash opportunities because of Stealth Rocks. You know what? Tyranitar still did work. It's just a darn shame what happened. So, bye-bye Sylveon. And also, Tyranitar does so much damage with the Rock Slide. It, like, really improves what I do with the Swagger. And that's why I was like, you know, if I Swagger Thundurus, he gets some damage on me. He hits himself Confusion once into a Rock Slide. That could probably be a KO. And that's the X-Cloud coming in. And that's going to be me with the Waterfall. +2 Dragon Dance on the Waterfall. Like I said, I don't have attack investment. Or do I? How much am I doing to the X-Cloud? Enough to win! That's me throwing my Stylus out of excitement. Alright, that's an excellent last battle. Minus the sadness. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little spin-off mini-series part. We're going to be doing more, we're going to be showing off more amazing Pokemon, and that was a pretty good showing if you do ask me. So you guys, actually let's do like Mega Gyarados, or not Mega Gyarados, just the Tank Gyarados. Like, he shined as much as the thing did, but this was supposed to be a Tyranitar special. Have a nice day, everyone. Thanks for watching.